Hey, just real quick before the video begins, I wanted to say that our Everything is on Fire sale is still going on. So if you want to get both our 5e compatible books for 50% off, then make sure you head to www.thecantripcast.com/shop today. Okay, thanks. Enjoy the video. So today I was digging through some boxes and I came across this right here. That is an old map that I made about 10 years ago of a realm called Dareth, and looking at it unlocks some core memories for me that I completely forgot that I had. And looking at it and just having all these brain blasts of memories hit me, it made me think a lot about world building and just how much has changed over the past couple years since I made that realm of Dareth. Now, I might not have used that map in about 10 years or so, and the realm overall just hasn't been used in total, but I did realize something looking at it, and that is that I've still taken resources from that map that I made almost a decade ago, and still use them in my current realm today. So maybe you could say that this realm not being used anymore was actually just the beginning of what my current realm is today. World building and realm building in tabletop gaming is one of my favorite parts about tabletop gaming, and I think that comes from being able to just let my mind run wild. There's no rules when you make your own world. You can make any city, landscape, ocean civilization, volcano, or island that you want. You can really let your mind go wild and create anything. But I'd be lying if I said I did all the world building for the realm we use over here on the channel all by myself. Now, yes, a lot of the overall landscapes and landmarks were set in place before we even did our previous campaign on the channel. However, there was one thing that really helped me flesh out the world a lot more and made a better experience for my players. And that thing that helped would happen to be my players. For example, one of my players in our previous campaign, he played a bounty hunter ranger, and before the campaign started, he asked if the continent or the realm happened to have like a bounty ranger's hub or home village. At the time, no, there wasn't, but it took little to no effort to simply just add that into my game, and it really made one of my players feel like their character was invested in the world and a part of it, and it just added some more information and rich lore to the realm overall. So I guess what I'm saying is don't be afraid to adapt your world to your party, because it could make for a more immersive experience, while maybe even adding some more information to your world that you might not have thought about before. Now, I know that world building might come off slightly intimidating, whether you're a new GM or even a veteran GM, which is completely understandable. You're building a world for a group of people to adventure through and what hopes to be a long-term role-playing experience. And you hope to deliver a world with deep lore, details, and immersion that's believable to your players. So I would have to say some advice for overcoming these obstacles would be the following. First of all, take things slow. Rome wasn't built in a day, so why should an entire world be rushed? There's a few different ways I like to go about world building, and many other people have their ways of going about world building, but personally, one thing I like to do is just start small with a very simplistic idea. Just start with a village or whatever starting location you intend to put your players into. Flesh out some details to your comfort level, and then begin to expand outwards. You don't need to have the entire world put together all at once. Eventually, a trail turns into a village turns into a city turns into a nation turns into a kingdom. And number two, and this goes right along with taking things slow and starting small, is also keep things simple. I've been in a lot of games where the world itself was really fleshed out, high detail, rich lore, expressive areas and features, but I've also been in a game where the most information that we got starting off was, hey, yeah, you're in a village and there's a small marketplace and you're by a tavern. And the thing is about both of these experiences, they were both equally as fun, and that's because the GM and the players just wanted to have a good time. We wanted to tell an interesting story together, so the GM at the time was completely open to us adding to the lore even if it was unintentional. By sometimes keeping things simple, the following scenario happens. A player asks you, hey, would there be some sort of school of magic in this village? There might not have been, but you can easily respond with, well, yeah, it's called the Wild Oaks, a school that focuses on nature and druidic magic. So there you go. You didn't think about putting a magical druid school in this village, but now there is. Nothing stops you from doing that kind of stuff. So where exactly am I getting at with this video? Honestly, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of come on here and talk about world building and the recent brain blast that I had today from, I don't know, finding this really old map of mine. It was just really something that made me sit back and think and just kind of wanted to share with everybody. So if I had a big takeaway from this video, I'd probably say, just keep things simple. Don't be afraid to let your players join the process of world building with you, even if it's unintentional. If you're interested in checking out my personal method of world building, or maybe want to join the process with me, then feel free to check out our new world building series that's going to be every Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. EST right here on YouTube. The Cantripcast has always been about building stories together, so why not let the community add feedback and come in and help build the world that they're ultimately going to watch on screen. And hey, seriously, if you like the style of this video, of me just kind of spewing some thoughts that I had for the day on camera about, tabletop gaming, then let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment. I like doing videos like this and just kind of expressing myself and talking about things that I enjoy. So with that being said, that's going to be it for the night, everybody. We'll see you next time over here on the Cantripcast.